G'day and welcome to the Friday WynActive Webcast. It's been great to have you here and hasn't it been an amazing week? Lots happening, lots on the go, and we've had some super guests. My name is Barry and I'm from WynActive, and my partner in crime, co-host, James Robertella. How are you, James?
Yeah, really good, Barry. Another week in the bag per se, and look, it's fantastic to be here on a fabulous Friday. And I suppose the time of the year or the time of the week is we're 5 days down in our Find Your 30 challenge and the second Find Your 30 challenge. So for everyone out there, the hundreds of people we can say that are participating in it, hopefully, you found your activity and you're getting through this sort of colder period. I know it can be tough out there, but hopefully you planned out a couple fun little half-hour activities across Saturday and Sunday that you have looking forward to. But once again, Barry, fantastic to be here on another great edition of the WynActive Webcasts.
Thanks, James. We know how important it is to find your 30 each day. We've got a really special guest today, and once again, and all our guests are special, of course, but a little bit of a different perspective. We've got Tonia Tribe from Tonia T Boutique, located in Watton Street. Please get down there and have a look. I just want to say welcome, Tonia. Thank you very much for coming on. And it's going to be great, the unique perspective from a small business owner that you're going to provide today.
Thanks, Barry. It's really lovely to be here. I really appreciate the invitation, and yeah, it's a bit different. It's something I've never done before, but this is our new world, isn't it? Talking to people via computers, and I'm kind of enjoying it. So yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Oh, look, absolute pleasure. It really is, and we appreciate you coming on board. Tonia, tell us about Tonia T Boutique. How did you start it up? How long has it been around? Who are your customers? What sort of clothes do you have?
Yeah, okay. So Tonia T Boutique is just about to celebrate its 14th birthday. I grew up in a family that was in the fashion industry. My mum had 3 clothing boutiques when I was a little girl, and I used to love going up to Melbourne with her, to Flinders Lane, to all the fashion houses as it was back in the 70s, and yeah, loved it. So I think retail's in my blood. I don't think there's any chance that I could probably do anything else. So nearly 14 years ago, I decided that I would have a go at opening a clothing boutique in Werribee. I saw a need here. I used to go shopping and couldn't really find the quality or the variety or the style of clothes that I wanted when I went shopping, and I thought I can't be the only one that kind of feels this way. So yeah, put everything into this, borrowed some money from my beautiful dad, and here we are 14 years later, almost. So the kind of clothing that I stock is, it's aimed at the more mature market, shall we say. So, but women who, we don't want to look like we're 90, we don't want to look like Nana, but we certainly don't want to look like we're trying to be 19 again. That time has passed. So it's clothing for what I describe as real women, discerning customers who want quality. They want something different and beautiful. They want things that they can wear every day and feel really good in. We do brands like Marco Polo, Jump, Ping Pong, Foil, Philosophy for your more casual kind of component. And then we actually have a range for occasions such as weddings, and we actually dress a lot of ladies for their sons and daughters' weddings. So that's really a beautiful part of what we do here as well. So yeah, so there's a bit of everything. We do sizes 10 through to 20, so we look after a wide variety of sizes, as well as styles, as well as budgets. We're probably a mid to upper price pointing, and one of the things we're very, very conscious of and very proud of is offering really friendly and helpful and honest advice. If something doesn't suit our customers, we tell them and we find them an alternative, and based on that, we've got customers that have been with us actually for nearly the whole 14 years that we've been open. So I'm very proud of my little shop. It's my baby. It's not my shop. It's my baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm sure in 14 years you've seen a lot of changes happen across, Wyndham and Watton Street. And this is probably the biggest change that you've seen, Tonia, in your time. And maybe it's not, but I assume so. How has COVID and the crisis that we find ourselves in affected you as a small business owner, and how you run your business?
Oh, it's been dramatic and drastic and sudden and very overwhelming at times. Retail's has been in a challenging time for the last couple of years anyway. So the way people shop has been gradually changing. Like, as I said, 14 years. For the first 8 or 9, maybe 10 years, nothing much changed. The last few years it's been changing gradually. And then bang, we got the COVID thing happened, and it was, it's just been extraordinary. I closed the doors of my shop on the 30th of March, and that was just one of the, I get emotional still even thinking about it. It was one of the most challenging things for me to, have worked so hard and put my heart and soul into this business. Like, if you're not a small business person, I think a lot of people don't realise it's not about money, it's not about bricks and mortar, it's about the thing that you've created, it's about the community that you've created, it's about what you've built up, and and I'm really proud of what I do here. And to have to close the doors just like that was extraordinary. So very, very, it was a sad day, it was a just depressing day, it was an overwhelming day, but this is life, I suppose, sometimes, isn't it? You're thrown these challenges and you just have to kind of you have to come up with a plan B. I guess is the only way I can describe it. You have to, you've got to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and get back on with it. So which is what I did.
So Tonia, you've reopened now. When did you reopen, and what's the reaction been like?
Yeah, okay, so we reopened on the 11th of May, which is just over 2 weeks ago. The reaction's been really good. It's actually been really positive. It's not like it used to be. There's still, I think, a lot of people that are staying away. But overall, I'm actually really quite happy with it. So what I did when we were closed is I actually did I did appointment type shopping. So we were only open 1 or 2 days a week, and we had appointments. So I reached out to my VIP database and I said, look, I'll be here from say 10 till 4. You can have, we had all these rules. So 1 person in the store at a time, the door was locked so nobody else could come in. There was hand sanitizer, there was social distancing. And we did that for the few weeks that we were closed. And that actually kind of got me through as well. So we sort of had a closed period, but it was sort of not completely and utterly closed during that time. And that actually was the thing that kept me on a mental health level, probably going more than anything. So it, just made me feel like I was still, chipping away at it and trying to find a way to pay for a shop full of stock that, I had all this stock delivered just before the store closed and I had to find a way to pay for it.
Barry, like you can hear in Tonia's voice the care and the love and the passion for what she does, and I'm sure that's consistent across all small business owners. I suppose for you, Tonia, now moving forward, what you might have some answers, you might not have all the answers, and we certainly don't. But in your perspective, what does the coming weeks and months sort of look like for you? And where's your energy going towards as you try to come out of this?
Oh, good. It's a good question. It sounds a bit almost like I'm a football coach, but it's sort of like a week by week kind of thing. So I know that it's going to be very up and down, and I think in all honesty, I'm just going to just see what unfolds over the remainder of 2020. Like I think we don't know. People talk about a second wave. My personal opinion is I don't think that's going to happen. I think we've got enough backup and processes and things in place that I don't think it's going to happen, but it's always in the back of your mind that it might. So I think people are, still hesitant. They're still cautious, and there's still that element of like, what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing and that sort of thing. So my business model is really interesting. I've had a lot of my labels that I've done orders for next summer, or this summer coming, sorry, who have rung me to say they can't produce them because they can't source the fabric. So in terms of retail, I think it's going to be a really weird, it's our new normal, isn't it? There is no normal. So it's kind of like my deliveries are all being pushed back. There'll be no spring racing carnival. That's obviously a big thing for me. I think weddings will be different this year again. Do you know what I mean? It's very, it's all very unknown. So I'm just going to kind of keep, doing the best that I can each day and each week. And I'm a really positive person. I there was several times over the last few weeks that I came really close to losing it, but I won't let that happen. And I've seemed to have the fortitude, or whatever the word is, to dig deep, to kind of find a way to get through and come up with what needs to be done. So that's a pretty resilient person. I think that's, my dad and my mum were both very resilient people, and I think they've sort of passed that on. So thank goodness.
Look, I think what I'm hearing, Tonia, is you've already innovated. When you were shut down, you were doing the appointments, etc. None of us know where to from here.
No.
I know what we'd like, but some of the challenges you were just talking about there. I think week by week, all of us will find ways of innovating, of doing things a little bit differently, of appealing to different people or whatever. Yeah. So, I can only wish you well on those things, but we don't know what they'll be, but I'm sure they'll be there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and it's been a time of it's been a massively steep learning curve, and I've actually really enjoyed that. I actually enjoy challenges, and so I kind of, I respond well to them, if you like. So I've learned a lot of things. I'd never heard of Zoom meetings a couple of months ago, and here we are. That's a thing in my world now. And talking to you via a computer, would never have thought I'd be doing that a few months ago. So it's kind of it's been an interesting one. I'm working on a website, but it's made me sort of realise too that my main thing is to get my girls into the shop. They like to be able to see things and talk to me and be part of what's going on inside Tonia T Boutique, not really via a computer. So it's kind of it's been a good thing to kind of learn. I've had a lot of support from my customer base too, which has been extraordinary. So I'm very grateful for that.
Fantastic. Well, it's that time, James.
Yes.
Where, Tonia, what we like to do, we like to be positive, because it's too easy to be negative in these sort of times. We like to practice gratitude. So every webcast that we do, we talk about what we're grateful for at the moment. So, Tonia, what are you grateful for today?
Oh, so many things. And the main thing is probably just the community that I have around me. I have incredible support from my family, my friends, my staff, my customer base, and even people like my accountant who's had to work probably harder for me in the last month than he has ever before, has just been so caring and compassionate about that. And I think that sort of lifting of support that I've had from my community, my little community, has been just brilliant. I'm really very grateful for that. And I'm also look, my mum passed away when I was very, very young, and I think I've always learnt that life isn't just, you can't take it for granted. So I've always had a very good sense of being grateful. So I'm grateful for things like that. I've got a roof over my head and, money to put food on the table, and, that I have actually managed to get through this situation a lot better than I thought I was going to. So it means that my life is, it's ticking along, actually, it's ticking along better than I thought it was going to, and it's ticking along really quite well. And as I said, I'm grateful for the fact that I get to go home and, I've got a warm bed to sleep in, and food on the table, and petrol in the car, and money to pay the gas bill, and all that sort of thing. So I'm exceptionally grateful for all of that as well.
Oh, look, fantastic. we can only endorse that, and a great attitude for sure, Tonia. James?
Yeah, look, I think, further to what Tonia's saying, small businesses in Australia play such a vital role, and I can only imagine what life would be like without them, because I certainly don't want to be going into the big chains and, hordes of people, and, it all looks the same. I think each small business brings such a unique perspective on what they do. So a big shout out to all the small businesses in Wyndham that I know have been doing it tough, but hopefully they're going to be fighting back quite soon. So it's all relative what we're grateful for, Tonia, on these on our webcasts, and I'm often grateful for the bigger things in life, such as working, family, and like you say, being able to just enjoy life for what it is. But today I'm going on the smaller scale. There's a lemon tree that it's in the adjacent property to my house, and it comes onto my side. So it's currently fruiting as we speak. So I'm very grateful for it to be fruity, because it saves me the couple bucks from getting the lemons down at the supermarket. So I love the lemons and using them across all cooking and drinks and whatever it may be. So that's what I'm grateful for today, because I'm looking at it right now, and it brings some joy. So it's all relative. But Barry, what about yourself? What are you grateful for today?
Look, I love the lemon tree. That's fantastic. But I was thinking about today's webcast and what I'm grateful for, and I come back to the point that I'm really grateful the shops are reopening. They're there for a reason. Tonia T Boutique is there for a very valid reason, servicing some people with the need. Just around the corner from Tonia, there's an optometrist, Insight Vision, and I'm having some issues with my eyes because I spend all day just watching these screens and talking in various meetings, etc. And with them open, I was able to go see a great optometrist there, and I'm getting some new glasses made up. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if our shops weren't open. And so I'm really grateful that we're now in the point of getting our shops back open, because, as you said, James, and as you know, Tonia, because you're part of it, our small business owners and our shops are so important at all levels. And we know that how important the small businesses are, that's for sure. So I'm just grateful we've come out of it. We're not out of it, but we're coming out of it, and that we're able to access at least some, of the important businesses that we need to.
Absolutely. And if I may just take 1 second, I don't know if I've got time to say this, but an example of how important small businesses are to the local community. One of the things that I've noticed is that I think there's a real emphasis on mental health at the moment through this whole COVID-19, more than ever before. I think there was an issue before that. But so what I've instigated is we're actually doing a raffle. We have 10 local businesses who are all giving a $100 gift voucher each. So we've got a prize of, it's actually just a smidge over $1,000. We're doing a raffle, and we're actually doing it for the Werribee Hospital's 24-hour critical crisis line, so which is a mental health sort of hotline, if you like. And so they need they're trying to do a bit of a fundraiser to give that an upgrade. And we're as I said, I approached 9 fellow business owners and said, any chance you can give us $100 voucher, so because I want to do this fundraiser for the hospital, and they all just without hesitation all said yes. So that's another, just a really important thing for people to understand, is when you're a business owner in a town or a community like Wyndham, it's not just about money, it's not just about business, it's about the community that you're in. So it's a really important thing for me to try and get across to you as well. So.
How can we purchase those tickets, Tonia?
Well, good question. They're going on sale this Friday in my shop. So you can actually go online. I'm still learning about that side of things, but they are actually available in my shop. So they're $10 a ticket, and the prize is worth just over $1,000, and there's only 600 tickets. So there's all these sort of rules that we have to abide by with with the gaming, regulation people, whatever it's called. So it's pretty good odds, really. So yeah. So, and as I said, all that money that we raise through that will go to the Werribee Hospital. So yeah, just wanted to chuck that in.
No, I think it's incredible. I mean, it'd be too easy for small businesses to say, how challenging these times are, and to go out on a limb like that's fantastic. So credit to everyone that's getting involved with that, Tonia, and well done for leading it. And it shows that, with that passion, I look forward to walking down Watton Street and saying good day in the near future, and see how everyone's going. So thank you for for taking the time to join us on the WynActive Webcast, Tonia. It's been a real pleasure to hear that passion and that care that you have for your customers, and for what you do as a small business owner. I think it brings great perspective for everyone out there around what being a small business owner means. So thank you very much.
No, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity. It's been fun. So, and thank you. It's good to have a chat.
Tonia, it's been an absolute delight. And as per normal, James and I really enjoyed talking to you and getting your, as I said, unique perspective. And it's a different perspective because we've spoken to a lot of sports clubs, a lot of peak bodies, but to have that perspective has been invaluable for us. So thank you very much. All the very best. Remember, everyone, Tonia T Boutique in Watton Street. It's located between the Park Hotel and the National Store, or the NAB Bank. So get down there, check it out, and say hello to Tonia. As you can see, just a wonderful, wonderful person, and just a real small business stalwart. So thank you, Tonia.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Everyone. Absolute pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thanks, James. Thanks, Tonia. Look after yourself. Take care. And, of course, keep smiling. Bye for now.